Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, Crazy Women friends. I'm Donna.
I'm Paula, and today we have Lisa Mitz with us. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you all?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing good.
Wonderful.
Doing good. So tell us and all our Crazy Women fans, who is Lisa Mitz?
Okay, well, let's see. I am a wife and a mom, but I am a singer-songwriter, a recording artist. I, play piano, I perform. So yeah, I've been at this for a while now, about 11 years. And I think I'm finally starting to get it.
It takes a while to figure out the business.
Yeah, oh boy, is that the truth? Yeah, the ever-changing, depending on what's going on. Yeah,
it's not something you can stand still in because it changes so quickly. So
yeah.
So tell us, you've got a new single out, What I've Waited For. Tell us all about that.
Oh, I love it. It's so I've been able to work with Brandon B, who is really an amazing producer here in the Pacific Northwest, but he just got back from Las Vegas, so he really produces in several areas. But I've had the privilege of working with him now for going on a year and a half. And after I did my initial EP with him called The Breakthrough, he loved it and asked if I would write with him, which I thought was like, wow, really? Like, okay. And so that was quite an honor. So I've actually written, I wrote 5 songs initially. What I've waited for was the 5th that we released over 2020. I released it, I just dropped that one 2021, but we recorded it. We recorded them in May, June. And we just finished, we're in the process of finishing 5 more. So so what I've waited for is the 5th one of the first 5. And it is a super cool song because Brandon really added such a neat vibe of, it's got like a vamp. It's got this super like indie, I don't even know what I said to him. What is the category? What is the genre? Because it's so cool, and it's just very unique song. And I think people really have liked it when they hear it.
I loved it. I must admit, it's fantastic. So, if you've got 5 more songs coming out, does that mean there could be a CD in the works?
So I think what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and release a couple or a few, and then do an EP. Okay. I might put a bonus track on it also. Yeah. So it seems like singles are the way that people are,
Yeah, it seems to be. You don't get many albums. It's either EPs or, singles here and there. And it's like.
And I think it's more so since all of COVID started that it's more prevalent.
There you go. Yeah, I really think that's probably true.
Yeah. So we need COVID to go. We can go back to a bit more normality.
Oh my gosh, we cannot say that enough. But anyway,
we need a bit more normality. That's what we need.
But, speaking of that, like the What I've Waited For song, I think that's kind of also is the message of, I think we've all been waiting for to return to some level of, we call it normalcy, but I think it's really about waiting for like love instead of fear and craziness.
Yeah.
And that's really the message of the song.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a great time to bring it out because I think it's something everybody needs to hear. everybody needs that reassurance, and yeah, it's perfect.
I think everyone just likes to feel hopeful in the sense of chaos, and it just brings that sense of peace.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We need something before we all go totally insane.
So who are some of the women that have inspired you to do what you're doing today?
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a good question. I've had several. Well, I've had a lot of people, a lot of people tell me that my music and my style, especially in the last year and a half, reminds them of Stevie Nicks. She's been a huge influence in my life as a songwriter, singer. My video that came out a year ago this weekend called The Breakthrough, I had more people tell me that. Like, I don't know, it's just crazy. And we just released, we just filmed a music video here in my home in the last Thursday. And the photographer had never met me. He was the on-set photographer. And he said, "Gosh, you remind me so much, the way you dress, you sing, you whatever, of what's her name? Like Stevie or something like that." I go, "Oh my gosh." Anyway, so she was a big one. I also love Sarah Bareilles. She's just such a prolific songwriter. And if you take it way back, I think the classics of the 70s, as a singer-songwriter, it's always an influence. Carole King was like such a iconic, songwriter in that sense. But I mean, there's been so many women I think of. I have a little, I have a rock side to me. I have country. I love Lady Antebellum. And so quite a few, but I would say those are a few that I come right off,
Perfect. I love Lady A. Lady A is fantastic.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I cover all their songs when we perform because I just love their music. But I also like Tracy Chapman. She's amazing, like off the chart. And I cover a lot. I probably cover about 4 or 5 of her songs in different performances. So,
Another amazing artist.
That's wonderful. So let me ask you a question. Do you ever cover any Stevie Nicks songs?
Yes, I do. I cover Dreams, Landslide, Rihanna. Quite a few of the well-known ones.
Yeah, perfect.
That's awesome.
I love that. I love Landslide. I think that's an amazing song. So, yeah.
I wish I wrote it. That's what I always say.
I have to.
But when I perform, I do a lot of originals, obviously, because I have so many original songs and albums. But I always like to include some covers because it really connects the audience when you're performing in that way. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's wonderful. I have to admit, one of my favorite CDs of Stevie Nicks was the Belladonna album. There's just something about the whole album. I'm just like, I love this album. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to listen to that again.
There you go. See? Perfect. Okay. So this is the fun part of the interview.
Okay.
This is where everybody gets to know the real Lisa. So what we do is we have a few quick fire questions. I can't talk tonight. Okay. Then dead easy. They're just a bit of fun. So people get to know you, and then when people realise I've got something in common with you, then they'll be more interested. You see. So. Okay. Are you ready for this?
Okay, I hope so. Wait a minute. Okay.
He's getting prepared now. Are you an early bird or night owl?
Oh, definitely not an early bird. I'd say more of a night owl.
Okay. Beach or countryside?
Ooh, that's tough. I really like both. So I like the beach a lot. But I'd rather live in the countryside and visit the beach.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Get that. What's your favorite season?
Summer.
Summer. What's your biggest fear?
Well, as far as a physical fear, I would say it's now of rappelling after I rappelled through a waterfall and almost died.
That's not a good thing.
That's a story.
Yeah, that's another story. But I don't want to sound too philosophical, although as a songwriter, it's a passion of mine. Part of my mission is to encourage people to not die with the dream still in them. My biggest fear would be to live with regrets at the end of my life, or to not have that be fully expressed.
Perfect. I love that. That's a great one. What's your favorite holiday?
Oh, Christmas, but let's see. I also really like the 4th of July because of all the fun and fireworks and barbecues and family. But I have to say Christmas is right up there
as well. You've got a sort of a tussle up between the two. What's your favorite drink?
Like alcohol or non-alcohol?
Either, both, whichever.
I don't drink a lot. I love wine. I love red wine, a really good, nice, good red wine. But as far as like a regular drink, cold drink, I'm a big water person, but I've really gotten addicted to these bubbly waters. Do you know that? I mean, like every time you go to the grocery store, I walk out with, 3 or 4 8-packs or 10 packs, Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Are you left or right-handed?
Right.
Favorite animal?
Well, we've had a golden retriever for many, many years. So,
must be dogs. That's good.
Yeah.
You're in great company here with us lot.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know where you've both gone. You've gone for a walk. I didn't know where you were. Sorry. Go on.
That's okay. What's your favorite color?
Oh man, so hard because I like a lot of colors, but see, it depends. So if I'm dressed, like for clothes, my favorite colors are more of the neutrals, the blacks, the whites, the with accents, or brown with a scarf or whatever. But decorating, I would say I love like greens with grays and, those kind of colors. I mean, I do also like splashes of, bright colors here and there, but that's more of a neutrals, kind of more drama,
Yeah.
If you could talk to anyone, living or dead, who would you want to talk to, and what would you want to have a conversation about?
Oh my goodness. Wow. Did you guys prepare me for this one?
You can come back to that if you really want.
Yeah.
I just like to get a little philosophical because I like to hear what people say, someone say Mother Teresa or,
Yeah. Obviously, I would love to talk with Jesus. That would be right up there for me. I mean, I do in my prayer time, but right here would be amazing.
Yeah.
But I would say also, I would have liked to talk to Martin Luther King to kind of hear his perspective. I think especially because things have changed a lot since his vision. I think I would like to have spoken with, let's see, who else is there? Somebody that, Mother Teresa. Wow, she's amazing to think about that, all the compassion and the work that she's done. I think I could have learned a lot from just being in the presence of somebody like that. It's such a selfless, and I think we're living in such a self-centered world in so many ways. So she probably would be right up there. Yeah.
That would be one hell of a dinner party, wouldn't it?
My gosh, I know, right? 3 of them.
That would be just wow. We'll just sit there and watch.
Forget the food.
Let's just talk.
I just want to be the fly on the wall to listen, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Seriously. Yeah.
So what's one of your hobbies?
One of my hobbies is I love decorating. So I mentioned we're about to move in about 12 days down to Arizona. And I'm really excited. This is the first time we've moved into a brand new house. Well, it's like 7-8 months old. But the owners decided after they built it as a second home to sell it. So it's virtually new. And I've always, like my whole life, adult life, and I've got 4 kids and I've got 4 grandbabies, and I've always decorated, like renovated. I think my husband's kind of at a point where are we done now with that? So, but I like beauty and creativity. So I like that. And I do like to travel as a hobby, to see new places, new things. It's a little harder these days. We were supposed to go to Italy, but that's taken a delay.
Yeah.
But now we're kind of into road trips. So I like that.
That'd be good.
Those are great.
Italy's gorgeous. Italy is gorgeous. I love it.
I know.
I've been there a few times, so yeah.
So if you were a musical, what musical would you be?
Oh, man.
See, the first set of questions were easy. That was just
I know,
easy.
these are like, man, you guys, okay, this is like the hardest interview I've had. No.
Okay, I'll take my questions.
Well, okay, I'll tell you some of my favorites. Is Les Mis. I totally love the music in Les Mis, Rob. Such a great one. I like, let's see, Cats is pretty cool too. But Hamilton was like amazing, the music. It's hard to pick, but I would say the beauty of some of the songs in Les Mis, they still make me cry, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're gorgeous. Those are some great choices.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely, yeah. If you were a mythical creature, what creature would you be?
A Shrek count?
Yes, that will count.
An ogre. That's a great one.
I don't think we've ever had that before.
We've never had Shrek before. I love that. That's a great one. That is a great. Everybody goes for unicorns and dragons and stuff, but Shrek.
He just came to me right there when you said mythical creature.
That's so funny.
Unicorn is much prettier, more feminine. You know?
I was not expecting an ogre. That's just...
If you were a Disney character, what character would you be?
Well, I'd have to be a princess, of course. I like the one with the hair. Tangled.
Rapunzel. Oh, yeah, Rapunzel.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
Love
great
Tangled. Love the music in that one too.
So what's one of your favorite snacks?
Popcorn.
Yes.
It's like a guilty pleasure. Shh, it's popcorn. No.
With butter and salt, and oh my gosh, so good. And we watch, you know, like that's how I unwind, you know, if I've done a gig or worked hard on something, you know, whether it's whatever it is with the music, been in the studio, whatever. I'll come home with my husband, make a huge bowl of popcorn and watch a movie till way too late, or Netflix, you know. Then the next day go, why did I do that?
Oh, yes.
So if you could give us a song or an album that you think everyone should listen to, what would it be?
Of mine or somebody else's?
It could be yours, it could be someone else's. Both.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could recommend so many people that I love to listen to. My producer, Brandon B., is incredible. Also, I had the privilege of working with Alan Stone, who's become quite famous R&B artist. He's off the charts amazing. He co-wrote with me too back before he became famous in 2011. I also really like, there's a couple of people that we follow each other on Instagram that are just so talented. My gosh, there's so many indie artists that are so talented, you know. One of them is Emmy Lentino. She's just become a friend and just amazing artist. And the other one is she's like a kid. I mean, I look at her and I go, oh my gosh, she's so young, but she's so talented. Her name is Justine Grove, and she's just, I love her music. I also like a couple guys that I listen to. I listen to some well-known people like Vance Joy. I totally love. He's like way up there, is like one of my all-time favorites. And Dean Lewis, he's so good. And yeah, I mean, and then there's some indies that are just fantastic. Don Brownrigg is amazing. I could just go on and on, and you tell, but yeah, they all, I think what happens is when I really hear, you know, music, I think this is true for all of us, but as an artist, when you hear something that really touches you, and it can be so many different kinds of genres, you know, but usually for me, it's that singer-songwriter, sometimes pop, but country, sometimes rock too, like Stevie, you know. It like inspires me to want to write the next one, you know. And often when I go into the studio with my producer, I'll be asked, you know, he'll say, what are you feeling this to be like, you know, and we'll pull up one of the songs that I've been listening to, and I love the feel. Yeah. Anyway, that's a long answer. I gave you a whole bunch, but
that's great. For more music, make sure you follow all of Lisa's socials.
Yes, totally. Okay, now this is going to be the hardest question ever.
Oh, great.
We always leave the best to last. Always. You got one more question?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I thought I missed something. I was looking at this time. Who is your favourite CWC host?
Who is my favorite? What is that?
CWC host. Crazy Women Country host.
Who's my favorite of you two?
Yes.
Oh, God, are you kidding?
You tried.
I go eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Yes. And see who wins.
Pick a CWC host by the toe.
I love that. That's a great change.
Both of you.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
That's what we like. That's what we like. So tell us and the rest of the world, what has 2021 got in store for you? Blah, blah, blah.
So I'm about to release a new single next month. One of the first ones that I wrote that I was telling you about, the next 5. And a music video is coming at the end of March. And then we've got plans they're going to fly out, my film director and my producer. They're going to come to Arizona, and we're going to do another music video. We're going to either do it to What I've Waited For, the single now, or Breathe In, Breathe Out, which I released last February. And that, or maybe, no, sorry, what am I saying? I released it last August, and but August 15th it came out, Breathe In, Breathe Out, and that song has done so well on Spotify, and people love that song. It's a super cool song. It's got kind of the same vibe as What I've Waited For, very similar vibe to it, really neat. So they're saying that filming one of those in the desert in Arizona is going to be amazing. So yeah, so we've got that coming up, lots of new songs, and I'm excited that I'll be able to perform again because Arizona is open with their restaurants and wineries. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So the rest of the world can hear you a bit more. Yay. That's what we like. That's what we like. Perfect. Well, this has been so much fun.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I feel really honored. I've been following, of course, you guys on Instagram, and I see all the amazing women and artists that you have been interviewing or promoting or sharing. And I'm like, wow, I get to be one of those. So
anytime.
Thank you.
No worries. Anytime. We've had a blast. This has been great. Absolutely fantastic. So, yeah.
Thanks so much.
Really, really good. So yeah, everybody make sure you follow Lisa on all socials. Check out her music on all platforms. She is amazing. Yes, start downloading, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.